It's time for Wallet Wednesday. 2023 continues to be an expensive year for families as interest rates remain high.
This comes as officials say credit card balances in the U.S. have topped the $1 trillion mark for the first time ever. Joining us live with some advice on what you can do to reduce your debt is Nathan Grant, Senior Finance Industry Analyst with Money Tips. Good morning, Nathan.
Hello, thank you for having me on.
Well, let's talk about those rising interest rates. They're still rising. So how is this affecting everyday Americans as they try to pay back their debt?
Well, it's unfortunately affecting people in many ways. First of all, borrowing cost is going up. So that's not just for new credit and new loans, but also people who already have things like variable rate loans or adjustable rate mortgages, student loans that are affected by this. So they might see an increase in their monthly payments. But we're also seeing it when it comes to higher mortgage rates. So the housing market might be slowing down because people are less likely to be buying a house right now. And then, of course, consumer spending is going to be affected. People are going to try to save money where they can. And that means economic sectors that are tied to consumer spending are going to feel the sting as well.
So those higher interest rates, they're making it harder for people to really manage their finances as things cost more. So what can folks do?
With all these changes happening around us, what you really need to do is focus on what is in your control, because everybody's situation is unique. And, hearing things like inflation, increased rates, those are things that are kind of like outside of the scope of what the individual can do. So what you want to do is focus on improving your credit scores, saving, because if an emergency comes up, and we know it will, you want to be able to turn to that rather than your high interest credit cards that a lot of people tend to lean to. And that leads me to the last point too, is paying down that high interest debt. Right now is more important than ever to do that, because the interest charges month to month are just going to be putting that strain on the average consumer every month. And you really want to try to beat that head on best you can.
There are a lot of strategies for paying off debt. Let's talk about a balance transfer. Compare that to other methods, and how available are they right now?
Yeah, so balance transfers are specifically designed to target the high interest. So as we're having these discussions about how you can battle high interest credit card debt, a balance transfer could be an effective strategy. It involves transferring a balance from one or multiple higher interest credit card accounts to a new credit card with a lower, or what the best case scenario is, a 0% promotional APR period, which usually lasts for a year or more. So if you can have a year of time to put all the money in your budget towards the principal balance and not have to worry about it also going towards interest, that's going to help you catch up as well. But of course, like any other credit card you apply for, it's going to be not only your approval based on your credit scores, but how much you're approved for. But even having a portion of a high interest balance being moved to a 0% interest promotional period can really help you catch up.
All right, the less you're paying in interest, the better. But if a balance transfer isn't a good fit for someone, are there other options out there?
Yeah, so personal loans are generally much lower interest rates than credit cards. So if, especially if you're juggling multiple credit cards with different due dates, different minimum amounts due, and different interest rates, a single monthly payment to a lower interest personal loan could be a good option for you. But of course, not everybody is going to get approved for those things, and it might not be the best solution for everybody. So sometimes it just means taking a step back and going back to the basics, cutting out unnecessary expenses. I know I've had streaming services I stopped using that I left being paid month after month. We pay for conveniences like delivery apps and stuff like that, which are never to save money. It's always paying those fees to get your stuff easier. So right there, you can cut out money. And I mentioned saving more earlier because if those emergencies pop up, you want to make sure that you have money to pay for some of those unexpected expenditures and not lean to the credit cards and then add more to that high interest credit card debt.
I've been saying I need to go through some of my apps and streaming services and
definitely the streaming
charges.
services. Yeah,
it's a good reminder. Time to cut that stuff out.
Yeah, finance industry analyst Nathan Grant. Appreciate you joining us. That was very informative.
Happy to help out.
And for more financial advice and money management tips, check out our previous Wallet Wednesday segments on KOIN.com. Click on AM Extra. Time now is